flashless, as we know. Polo chasing after them. Hype will be able to catch up. And there is the first blood going over to the Vi, quickly followed by a second. Croco's Vi, man, he is just built differently. There was just enough Brotax to keep him alive. There wasn't enough Brotax to make it a good play.
True.
That's what we got to. Is okay, maybe the Brotax just came in because Diablo is so close to dead. The flash goes over, the double tap, and down goes Diablo. Hype says, yeah, you remember Challenger? I do too. Is available here for Croco, but he's taking a lot of damage. Magnus Storm to follow up. There's the cease and desist, and he flashes away after dealing with the monkey.
Contested.
Whoa, okay, Hype is just going in. The exhaust does come down onto the monkey. The double cyclones have come in, but there is the cease and desist, and the Wukong, absolutely nothing he can do. Clear is also just getting solo killed here in this bottom lane. They've taken down Polo, but
I don't really have an answer.
Well, the Gwen not going to be immune for now, as, okay, the Glacial Fissure doesn't really do too much of anything at all, as the Equalizer just not in the right place. They overextend as Diablo comes in. Never mind, Morgan will be taken down. Empress Divide hits too. The flash from Hype was forgettable at best, and that is a triple kill for Diablo. And as we were singing the bros' praises, Harpoons are coming in, and Clear has to throw down the Equalizer, but it's in the wrong spot. He just misread the play completely. The Magnus Storm is decent. The Rel does still go down, but Diablo is going to follow suit. And this is what happens when the scissors are left to run amok. Once again, is he in exactly the same position, puts the Equalizer in exactly the same position, and Morgan, he goes in, but this time there's no one else there. And he's just eradicated, as Kellen doesn't have an opportunity to go back, as now Vikla gets a flash on top of Closer. The charm's still going to connect though, and Kellen, he still has the door. It's not quite enough, as now Diablo trying to find Morgan here. He goes Golden Polu with the Magnus Storm. The exhaust is decent, and Polu's surviving, but the rest of his carries are not. And B&K, they turn the fight, they stop the Baron, they take the Drake, and they're looking poised to win this game.
They're sending it now, though.
Yeah, they're going to look for it here, as Clear is going to be flashing away. That is Infernal Soul, and that will be secured here, as Cease and Desist will connect onto Diablo. Magnus Storm is fantastic as well, as they take down Callan to start it up, and now the bros have found their angle, although Vikla, he may have done it himself. Never you mind. He grabs a triple, but Morgan says, I'm the golden boy, and they grab themselves the ace. Parking himself on a little bit of a flank, as Vikla is a great target if they can lock him down. Cease and Desist does come on through, but the rest of the team is here. Down to the GA does go the Vi, and now the rest of the bros are going to show up. Empress Divide, fantastic. So is the Magnus Storm though, but Closer is caught off on his own, unable to press the R button. Now Morgan is just evaporated. And Vikla and Diablo are able to make this one work. The flash out, not going to really do anything, and I think that was the backbreaker, as B&K should be able to march up these lanes and take down the bros here in game one.
And in the end, Morgan finishes Rabadon's after the fight, would deny the Elder flip. They try and send it on a Vikla, but he had the Zhonya's in pocket. And we see B&K FEARX will win the game. Vikla on the Azir, an absolute monster.
We miss out on the health bar of that particular Nexus turret, but that is absolutely fine. The Nexus is still going to get taken down here. And I just want to say, what a joy of a game.
What?
The vision that they have in the area. There is the shockwave avoided. As Closer decides to go in, he flashes for it, but doesn't land the ulti. And Raptor should be able to finish him off. There is first blood going over to the Nocturne. And sometimes, and so like this is kind of what happens to the matchup. Is all right, bit of a flash in. Shockwave fantastic there, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough to get him out of dodge. As Closer 5-point strike locks down the kill. The answer is there here for the bros. There and here. Yeah, both. That's all right, B&K starting up a dragon here. There's the shockwave to dive on in, but they get on top of the Xin Zhao, and Croco keeps himself so comfortable. That killer instinct is not what you want to see. As Closer gets into that backline, Vikla in a bit of trouble. They take down the Xin, but at what cost, ladies and gentlemen? And the answer is a little bit too much. From going down, another Infernal Soul this game, as Pulverize not even going to be used. As wow, okay, ask and you shall receive, I guess. Heroic charge to try and get Kellen out of here. There's the paranoia. In goes Closer as well. They're looking for the angle. The train doesn't find the mark, but Croco is unkillable. And the Steadfast Presence stops Clear from really doing much. Now he dives in. The Dominus is cutting them up. And the Akali just kind of accidentally dies. A very awkward position there as Hype is now dashing after Kellen. He will be able to get that kill, but now where are his friends? They're all in the death chamber, and it's FEARX that's chasing down the Corki. He gets a last-second barrier, but that won't do it, and BNK find another mid-game decisive fight. I'm just going to... Okay, never mind. We've got Kellen doing that thing where he's going to die again. Okay, there that is. Raptor, let's see what he's going to do. Is Diablo, they are going to close in. There is the Valkyrie out, but it's not quite going to be enough there. So Diablo now going to be the next to go down. The Bros do manage to trade up. There's a knock up onto Vikla as well as the train has left the station. Vikla will be knocked up as Croco makes his way in, audaciously charging down this Orianna, and the Bros waste no time. As okay, this Dragon going down lower and lower. There's the paranoia, but out goes the cow, and in goes Croco. There's a shockwave onto 3, but there's not really very much follow-up. They're just looking to make their way out as Closer on the backside of this fight. Clear also getting himself set up. The killer instinct comes down. Croco stays alive for such a long time, and Clear is being such a menace, but Closer manages to find the squishies. And now he's trying to get out, but Clear is just a monster. Polu's running, and Closer gets flashed on. Down he goes, as this prehistoric monster is really starting to run away with things. Train comes down. They're looking to now finish off this Crocodile. He's taken down relatively low, but gets out of the fight. Kellen manages to separate Croco. I don't know whether he's exactly the prime target, but they do manage to take him down. And now Closer has to ult his way out of this fight. Does everything trying to escape, but Vikla is chasing down 2 people and winning. BNK looking fantastic. Hype might be able to kill Vikla, but I just think that BNK are looking better. Life, as there is the ulti to come through from this Nocturne. He gets underneath the turret, but it's not going to save him. Shockwave onto the Xin Zhao again, and this time it's the perfect choice. Inner turret going to be taken down, and no amount of Brotax is going to be able to repair this game. And the state of the game, not great here for the Bros, although they're looking for Vikla. The train's now out of the station. Let's see whether they can actually make this one work. Already the Orianna has gone down, but it's a fight on 2 fronts. Well, Hype is going to get engaged on here. There's a heroic charge, but it does nothing! Diablo tanks up the turret, though, and it's the Poppy that grabs the kill back. A 1-for-1 trade.
Did already have...
All right, there is the kill the Corki angle, as we do say goodbye to the cow, but we also say goodbye to the Corki. It's bad news for the Bros, as Polu gets feared and taken out. Bellow's breath not quite doing it here, as Croco trying to keep himself alive, and he does so pretty well. Clear goes in, but he doesn't manage to get it, and it's the tower that takes him down. But the rest of the team will just be annihilated. And BNK bring down the wallets. Poppycopter not going to quite find the angle here, as there go the lights that we were talking about, but it's on to Closer, and he's able to get into the Shroud. Morgan tanking things up, but where is the follow-up? Where is the answer? And the answer is, it's nowhere. They're just going to back away. They lose the on-killer instinct here from Diablo. Supercharges himself, flashes forward, and then leaves. No questions asked as Raptor is looking to take down Croco. He flashes, but it's not going to do anything. And BNK just wipe the floor with Pro in this series.
Bro start the Baron, and it is their demise. BNK FEARX, we thought it'd be a 2-1. They say no. Managing to close out a 2-0 was a scrappy series, a lot of back and forth. In the end, they're the clear victors in this one and will push themselves to 2nd place in the Rise group.
Yep. 1-2 early games, GigaChad still get 2-0'd here by BNK FEARX. Nexus gonna go down, and BNK with a decisive win here, really making this Rise group